Illuminating white text appears that says, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." Now, curvy golden yellow text stationary in the middle of the screen with stars flying by through hyperspace that reads, "Theory of a Blind Man." Golden yellow text begins to crawl from the bottom of the screen upwards. Episode 2, the live stream strikes back. After the separation of content uploads and live streams, this channel is dedicated to live streaming guests, gaming, proclivities and pondering of the fate of the galaxy. Darth Whistler reigns over these channels and his message will be heard with the help of many others presenting information for all to absorb. The text continues to crawl away from view deep into the infinity of space. For those of you willing to watch and listen to live streaming and participate in the chat, the live stream strikes back at a new upload channel with prizes and galactic credits to make you rebels come rich beyond your wildest dreams. But Darth Whistler is not satisfied until the triad of the Force has been completed, and so there lays another in wait deep in space and will soon be revealed. May the dark side of the Force be with you.
Welcome, Joe Quirk. Welcome, Blind Toes, to the shows.
As the last of the text disappears, we are left with stars flying by view in hyperspace, then fade to black.
Welcome, everybody. This is Theory of a Blind Man. I'm your host, Whistler. Joe coming early with that $4.99 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. But just to remind everybody, if you don't mind, try hitting up my PayPal or GoFundMe first. That would be very, very helpful because I haven't actually seen a YouTube check in almost a year now. So if you don't mind, head over to GoFundMe or my PayPal. Links are in the description box below, but we're not here for me. We are here for Mr. Young Weston Wright. Weston, how do you do?
I'm pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And of course, thanks to Joe Quirk for connecting us. I think this will be a great one of several, I guess we'll say, interviews going forward. Oh, let me make sure that you are on screen. Yeah, but today we did this stream because Weston's got a project this weekend, so I wanted to get him on as soon as possible. There's mine. No, it changed all my cameras. Isn't that nice? Okay, now let me get Weston in here. There you are. We'll just do that. Alrighty, so why don't you go ahead and talk about your race that was named after you for this weekend. And by the way, the registration is still open. I think it's open till November 8th.
Yep.
So go ahead, take it away.
Alright, so my name is, well, Weston Wright. He kind of said that already, but, you know, anyway. I was born completely blind, and I got in touch with the lighthouse, San Antonio Lighthouse for the Blind, when I was 3 years old. So they kind of helped us out, you know, with just learning about blindness in general, like how to, you know, learn and like how to eat and all the kind of general stuff, you know, get me all the tools I need, all that.
All those independent living skills and
yeah. And when we learned about all that, I cannot talk. They actually
don't worry, it's just live. I can't edit it later.
Yeah, no concern. But anyway, they decided to name this race that they were making or creating, whatever you want to call it, after me, called Weston Wright Lighting the Way. Now, what this race does is raise community awareness, and all the money that is made from, you know, all the subscriptions and the sponsors and the stuff that happens there is given to the children's program, the blind children's program. which pretty much just helps out with, giving tools to children, helping them learn, just helping the lighthouse expand and just talk to more people and just helping them get in touch with more people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been going on for 12 years, which is absolutely insane to think about because it started when I was like 3.
Right.
I was very cringy back then, but we won't talk about that. And yeah, this will be the 12th annual, or year, whatever you want to call it, which is, yeah, I'm very excited. And the way it's going to work this year, because of, certain circumstances, is it's going to be virtual, which pretty much means you register, you get your shirt, which has like a design on it, I guess. It's like me, but animated cartoon style me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what you do is you put that on and then you walk around or you just get a picture of yourself walking.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about this, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Nope, go ahead.
The good thing about this year is I think it's supposed to be ongoing. So like when you register, you don't like have to do it immediately then or there if like, that's not a good time for you where you have stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the challenges that we're going to try and do this year is see how many states / countries / continents that we can get the race to. That's
nice.
I guess that's going to be our main challenges.
I think you said yesterday you have 8 states and 1 other country.
Yep, 8 states and Germany. Yeah, Germany.
Awesome.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how many people will actually participate outside of the United States. That'd be really cool. Let's see. Gabe, welcome. Joe said something about the membership. Yeah, if you just wait, Joe, until 10 minutes or 5 minutes before the stream, I open the stream up to everybody, not just members, because I just don't want the chat building up so much that I can't get to all you guys' messages. So if you just wait until 5-10 minutes before the show, then the chat will be open to everyone. Blind Toe says, what's up, Gabe? Got the Danny Marie, welcome. You made it. Awesome. So, okay, I got the website pulled up now. Now, normally, because of the situation we are in this year, it's normally a 5 or 10K walk run, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, this year, like you said, it's going to be virtual. It's kind of on your honor system then, right? Because no one's really going to be there to monitor you, so you can actually walk a foot or 5,000 feet if you wanted to.
No one's gonna know, so you can just walk like a step, even though that might be slightly challenging to film and get a picture of, but you can totally do that, or just walk down the street, get a picture of yourself, and just send it.
Yeah.
Or you can like run 50 miles across the country and do that too. Whatever you want to do.
Nice. And it looks like, I don't know if you said it or not, but $30 to register. Is that right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, $30.
To register, please click here. Details, description, date 11/8. All day. $30. Yep. Organizer. It's got the organizer here. And the link to this, you guys, is the first link that is in the description box below, along with tons of material provided by Westin regarding like interviews and community stuff as well. So again, this one, what day is it again that the actual event is?
The race is on, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
This Sunday. Okay.
Hold up.
Okay, so the registration is due by the 8th. I don't know what day that is. I don't know what today is, but if you guys want to just show support or participate on your own way, you can register up until the 8th of November this month. So let's see, if yesterday was the 5th, correct? 6, 7, 8. So Sunday, same day. Alrighty. All this is accessible, by the way, just so everybody else knows in the chat. 210. So it looks like this is started in Texas or your area as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Oh, map unavailable. Okay, so there's a get involved heading as well. Volunteer, donate. But this is for the program itself. So Yeah. So did you participate? Did you actually run or walk last year?
Yes, I did, and while it was very, very cold,
Oh, I bet.
and yeah, that's the main thing I remember. It was super cold last year because I think we had it like, gosh, October, November-ish,
Mm-hmm.
and it was super cold because we got up at like 5 a.m. to, go out there, and the sun wasn't out, and it was freezing. But
Wow.
other than that, it was pretty good. We mainly just walked and talked about
Yeah.
how creepy the park was and all that. But but
Welcome, First Amendment Ed. And Ed actually, he says, "What up, D?" Ed Davis from the Inland Empire chapter of NFB here in Southern California. This is the 5th year that he's done, which is also a virtual thing as well. Something kind of similar, but not really. He's doing a walk a mile challenge to where a blind or low vision person blindfolds one of their family members or friends or whoever and challenges them to walk a mile blindfolded. And of course, you got to take your own safety precautions. So that was his little thing this year that he did. Actually, it's Ed, if you want to put in chat when that is due or when you guys are actually going to draw it, that would be cool. Joe Quirk says, ask him about the radio show. Okay. Radio show, question mark? I have no idea.
oh yeah, I don't think I told you about this. So a little while ago, we got in contact with the head, creator or head person of manager, I guess you would say, of this radio station called Owl Radio, owl that flies in the sky.
Uh-huh.
Now, we actually got in contact with her, and they sometimes let me go
New
on.
notification from mail.
You would think I would remember to turn off notifications for this, but it's all good, But yeah, so we actually got in contact with her, and she actually lets us go on and do some segments sometimes.
Oh, cool.
I actually got to interview 1 or 2 people. I interviewed someone who opened this coffee shop / snow cone place, which is very good. The Shed, by the way, check it out.
Nice.
If you live around it anyway. But yeah, I did that, and then I just talked a bit more about community awareness, and I actually ordered some food through the drive-thru as a bonus clip. So that's nice, I guess.
Right on. So you actually got to host a show.
Pretty much, yeah, I would say.
That is cool.
Which I'm just shocked that was that she came up to me and just asked me if I wanted to do that. Just crazy. But yeah, I jumped up the opportunity, and sometimes we go on there and talk. We haven't gone on there in a little while, which is slightly unfortunate, but I think hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll go back on there and talk again soon.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Submissions are closed, and winner will be picked November 14th. Okay, so his event is already closed. Should be interesting. He also has a YouTube channel, so people can follow that. So yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about your community involvement?
New notification from mail.
I hate my email. What was that? Sorry, can you repeat it? I'm gonna break my monitor.
Yeah, if you just go ahead and talk a little bit about your community involvement.
Okay. So, when the children's program first started, I guess, they actually asked me to help open it, which is really cool. I got to cut the ribbon with this gigantic pair of scissors that only should be in horror movies, but actually another thing was in the local library, I guess, the local San Antonio library, they actually had me come up and talk to some people. They had this kind of interesting thing where you could people will come up and interview you, basically. So people would come down early in the day, and then I guess, how do you explain it? I guess they would just the library would show that you could go up and talk to these people, and then yeah, just local people from my school or high school now would just come up to me and talk to me, which was really cool. Made a bunch of friends that day, which was nice.
Right on.
And then some other things. I actually was very, very, very lucky and got the opportunity to go on and talk on the news station a few times about community awareness and blindness and the race before, actually, which is crazy to think about.
Hmm.
I went on Fox News and Kins 5, I think. Yeah, Kins 5. Fox News and Kins 5.
How was that experience?
It was very interesting. It was the last time we went, I kind of just gone and talked,
Mm-hmm.
but there was this guy there that was dressed as Pennywise the Clown, and he decided to try and jump scare us, and that was interesting. But other than that, it was pretty cool. It was just very cold in the newsroom, you know.
Yeah. Did they? How
Like,
long? What?
Do what?
How long did they give you as far as like a segment or time goes? Just like a couple minutes, or did you have like a full segment?
Ooh, good question.
3, 5, or
I
15 minutes?
so yeah, I think it was like 5. I think I came on and talked for like 5 minutes, and they asked me some questions and all that kind of thing.
Is that
And
one of the
then,
links that you emailed me?
um, possibly.
I
I
did see
mean,
a Fox something in the URL, so
oh, okay, yeah, probably. We sent out a bunch of links, so
yeah. And anybody that's in the chat watching or watching the future, all of those links that he sent me are in the description box below, so you can see all those interviews and articles.
and then one more major thing that comes to mind is this like book writer, I guess, named Michael Nye came up and talked to mom when I was super young
Mm-hmm.
and actually interviewed her about me and how it was raising a blind, child. And
Mm.
that exhibit is actually traveling the world as we speak.
Oh, the book is an exhibit itself?
Oh, no, my bad. I kind of misexplained there. So, pretty much what happened is he wrote the book, and
Mm.
then they kind of he took the audio logs that he used, to interview us with,
Yeah.
and he put them in this like exhibit thing that you can go and visit at the museum.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
what you would do is put on these headphones, and all you did was just click the button like that, and then you would like hear, I guess, just hear me talking,
That is
or
really cool.
which I'm just very honored to be, a part of. That's just crazy to think about, that something like that is just traveling around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just craziness.
Right on. That is really cool. Let's see. We got a question here for you. What do you want to do after you graduate?
Good question. Either A, design video games, or B, become an actor.
Interesting. You may
If
be
I
able to
do,
get some practice for me in the future here with those movies that I started.
I would appreciate that, and thank you for giving me that offer. And yeah, that would be very, very interesting to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how much I would do, like actual people as far as actors go, but I might be able to figure out something to incorporate a human voice. Maybe we'll have like a screen reader versus human battle or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure
Oh
it out.
yeah, robots versus. That'd be cool.
Oh man. So what else you got going on currently? I know you're currently. We were talking a little bit about your school and the computer classes.
Oh yeah.
As far as like you're going towards your goal of working about accessibility in whatever field, games it may be, how you finding it so far as far as contacting developers for accessibility or just finding accessibility resources in the realm of what you want to do?
I have actually found quite a bit of success talking to those people. I actually
Nice.
got in contact with Joe, who is like, he set all this up, so big shout out and thanks to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was mainly the first like game developer that I got in contact with, and now we're like good friends, all that.
Right
So,
on.
and then I got in contact with another video game developer who's actually creating an audio game called The Veil: Shadow of the Crown, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
It's it's an audio game. It's like a RPG, action RPG. That's the term. And yeah, I mean, I got in contact with him, and those are the main few developers that like come to mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then like resources wise and like finding engines and accessibility, I haven't really found any good engines yet because I'm still kind of in the basics of coding. We haven't really well, my class have kind of started coding, you know, like making apps and programs, like mini programs or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still trying to figure that out for me. So, Mr. Computer Teacher, if you're watching this, I would appreciate it if you could find something. I doubt you are, but just in case.
I know there's a lot of totally blind programmers out there. I used to program myself, so I know it's out there, so we should be able to find some kind of help for you as far as like direction and maybe help your instructor be able to relate to you what it is he wants, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because mainly right now we're in like labs, basic labs, you know, creating, calculating programs and time programs and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for the offer. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Blind Toes asks Weston, if you had a chance to throw a pie at a celebrity, who would it be and what kind of pie would it be?
Ooh, that's a very interesting question.
I'm surprised. Usually, Blind Toes always asks this question when I have a guest on, but usually it's, hey, guest, what kind of pie would you throw in Whistler's face? So now it's a celebrity. Now I'm out of the spotlight. Good.
Let us see. What is a good celebrity that I just don't like that much? Well, I don't know very many celebrities, but it would be fun to throw a pie at like a wrestler, you know, if any of y'all watch WWE. Like Paul Heyman, or as I call him, Lol Yeaman. Just because I don't know what it is about him. I don't have anything against the guy, but whenever he comes on and talks, I just either laugh or turn channels. So I would take a pumpkin pie just because that would be very hard to get rid of. You know, if you got it thrown all over you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, what kind of pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
Because that's all gooey and all that.
Yeah. And it sounds right too. Like, here you go, you pumpkin head.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, if you don't mind, Danny Marie also says that she knows of blind programmers. So if you don't mind, Danny, if you could link us or link us on Twitter or however we can get that, that would be awesome. Maybe, okay, so Joe says Weston is a new generation rising star. Maybe someday he can work with mental vision, show developing, and acting.
Oh, I'd love to. That would be awesome, and thank you, Joe. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. If I start coding, yeah, that I will definitely let Joe and like all my good friends know that.
Right on.
And maybe I can try and help or just do something. That would be a really neat project to work on.
Blind Toast says, good pick on the pumpkin pie.
Well, thank you.
So as far as the what you want to do after you graduate, are you set on programming or game programming, or do you have a bigger idea in mind? Yeah, I know you're still young and things change, right? But for now.
Yeah. But this is a very, very large, very broad thing to think about.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if I was the president of the United States. What kind of craziness would that be?
It couldn't be any crazier than current days.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'll say about that. But yep, I agree with you.
Oh, she's a great names. Go ahead.
Or maybe I could be, like I said, maybe an actor or something. Mom actually, we actually got in contact with one of the guys who's on a show. Why can't I remember the name of it? But it's about a family, I guess, like trying to cope with raising a blind child, and like teach them and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually said if they come out with a new season, they might let me be in it.
That would be really cool.
Which is insane to think about.
Have you seen
So,
this show
yeah,
before?
I have seen parts of it, yes. I haven't seen the whole thing, but why can't I remember the name of it? But yes, I think I've seen parts of it before.
Is it like on Netflix or something, or cable?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
We got plenty of Netflix subscribers in the chat, so maybe someone has seen it. And if you have, let us know what it is, please. I don't remember the names now, but she'll keep an eye out and pass them along. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Acting would be really cool. I was in a short film a while ago. It started off as like a consultant, a blind consultant, because they didn't actually have any blind people on set. But I ended up being the co-star, so that was pretty cool. I loved it. I loved acting. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. It's called This Is Us. That was a title.
This Is Us. Okay. Awesome. How many seasons has that been out for?
Ooh, I couldn't tell you, man.
Okay.
You'd have to ask Mom. She's pretty much watched the whole thing, I think. So you'd have to ask her.
I wonder what that is like. So the show is about a family having to cope with raising a blind child. I'm guessing blind since birth, or somewhere near there. That perspective kind of interests me, as far as obviously the producers of the show are taking it from that perspective. But I wonder what the feedback is on it. Like for our, I mean, take your position. You and your family. Does at least your mom, does she agree with the show, or is it like way off base? Is it accurate? How do they portray it?
Oh no, she very much agrees with what they were showing, just because she said it was very, very real. So
That's
I don't
cool.
really remember too much about how my childhood, like early days, like when I was 1 to 3 was. But yeah, I imagine it was definitely challenging to do. But yeah, she really like agrees with like what they were portraying and how they were portraying it.
Gotcha. Ed, I will let Weston reveal his age if he wants to. Danny, I missed what show he was talking about. Oh man, something Us. What was it again?
Among Us, I think.
Among Us.
No, I'm thinking of a game. It's called This Is Us.
This Is Us. There you go, Danny.
Yes, This Is Us. And I am 16.
Not yet. Liar.
Well, yeah.
Liar.
Fixing to. I'm like, not 15 and .90909090991. If that's even a number. Yeah, it is. But my birthday's only in, gosh, well, it's the 6th. 5 days. 5 days.
There you go.
It's on Veterans Day.
Hulu. It's intense. It's quite a few seasons. So I guess Danny's seen it as well. She says it's intense and has quite a few seasons.
Okay, nice.
Oh, okay. So it's not just about the blind perspective, but she's saying it's about a family who lost the father, and then the blind child comes in later on.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched that far. I'm just familiar with it. Gabe RPG TV adds that he doesn't like the term coping with blindness. I think that's what that says. At the time, blind XYZ, whatever. Supposedly there's a scene in Blind Camp with a blind albino. I will have to look at the show, says Gabe. Excellent. If anybody's got any questions for Weston here, now is the time. And since this is Steal the Show, you don't have to be modest. This is your time to shine. And boast about your achievements.
Well, I mean that ain't really in my nature, but I
Oh,
think
I
I've
know.
pretty much about most of the achievements that I've done. Oh, and I also helped open a local Whataburger, so that's nice. I just randomly thought of that.
What's Waterburger?
Whataburger.
Oh, Wada.
Yeah, Whataburger. It's pretty much a fast food restaurant that's like down here in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good, but we eat it a lot because it's one of the only places that is near us. So
Mm.
it's good, but it's kind of old. And I actually came up with one of the food choices, the chicken water bites, which are pretty much chicken strips but like diced up, I guess,
Mm.
and very good.
Right
But
on.
yeah.
What is your favorite thing that you've accomplished
Uh,
so far?
let me see. Probably like hosting or just like being at the main like point of the race, just because I'm very like thankful to be a part of this, just because it helps so many people.
Mm.
That would probably be my like favorite accomplishment that I can think of.
Right on. First Amendment Fred says happy early birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's to someone in the chat. Okay. That's it for the chat for now. So as far as advocacy goes, what would you like to be known for?
In general, I would probably just say helping like change the perspective of blindness. So
Okay.
it's gotten better over the years, which I'm very glad for. But just changing their perspective for, some people, just because not everyone is knowledgeable about blindness and like what it's like living, and some people just they don't have the right like view, in my opinion, I guess. Some people just have like views that aren't like accurate, I guess. My
Blind
opinion.
people's perspective or people's perspective of blind people?
Like people's perspective of blind people is sometimes kind of like odd or just not like correct in like the way like like you guys all know, like we can live independently and we can do all the things that sighted people can do. We can do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's my main goal, just to change some people's perspective on blindness, so they're not as like afraid, or just like so they're not as like oh gosh, what's the right word? Just so they're not as like scared of it, I guess. And like
Mm-hmm.
just so they know that, hey, blind, visually impaired people, we're just like them. We just have a visual impairment, that's all.
Where do you tend to gravitate to get that kind of message across?
I mean, mainly just talking like on like public platforms, I guess, like on the news or on the Owl Radio show or on Facebook, or
Mm-hmm.
mainly like that. And I'll talk to some people, like if they have questions or if they ask me something, I'll sit down and chat with them.
That's cool. Happy early birthday. Got that. Got that. Excellent question. Who are okay? This question is from Blind Toes. Who are your favorite YouTubers?
Oh, that's a easier one than the other question. Well, well, probably. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but there's this one YouTuber named Dashy Games
Hmm.
who is very funny. He's quite loud, so don't wear headphones when watching him. But some of the stuff that he says just gets me. And he plays a lot of games, which I play.
Hmm.
And it's funny when he rages or gets mad at games, just because his rage is different. He either goes very, very quiet or gets very loud.
Rage gamers are hilarious to watch on YouTube for sure.
Yeah. I've been playing this one game called Sekiro. I just play it with Dad just to help me, get around, and I fight the bosses. That game is so hard, and it's made me rage so much. It's so hard. Like, I'm fighting this one thing. This is completely off topic, but I'm fighting this one thing. Like, it's like this gigantic ape, and if it breaks through your block, just because you can only block a certain amount of times, it hits you and you die, and that's it. And you have to kill it twice.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
it has a second form, which is very gruesome. So I probably shouldn't describe it here. But
My channel's pretty. This is the only show really that I do that is self-censoring. Everything else I do, there's really no holds barred except TOS stuff. So, Gabe asks, "Do you game, and which platform do you use?"
Yes, I do, and I have the PS4 over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And I got my PC, of course, which I use to play a bunch of games. And yeah, I've always been like a PlayStation person. And I just learned today that they're gonna have a screen reader with the PlayStation, which will work with every menu apparently. So that's really cool.
Is that in the PS5?
Yep, PS5.
Oh, I did not know that. So it's got its own built-in screen reader, and I hope it. Like, I don't know if you've discovered the PS4. I guess you could call it a screen reader, but it doesn't work throughout all of the menus. So I hope they fix that at least.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. I watched a video of a blind person playing it. I think his name was Brandon Cole, I think.
Super blind man. Yep.
Yeah.
I've had him on before.
Okay, nice. And he demoed it a bit, I guess. And yeah, he said there's no text to speech unavailable here screens on the PS5. Everything.
Nice. Maybe I'll trade in my PS4 then.
I'll definitely, hopefully, be picking one up on launch day. I'm gonna get up at 3 a.m.
You're gonna go wait in line. Can you imagine waiting in line for a PS5 out in public nowadays? You know how long the line would be? Instead of just wrapping around the block and everybody's got to stay 6 feet apart, it's gonna be wrapping around like 5 blocks. Better take a sleeping bag.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. I just hope we don't get into any, like, fist fights with people just because, they have a PS5.
What you could do?
What?
Have your mom drop you off there, right? And then just wait like an hour for people to kind of forget that she dropped you off. And then just kind of start wandering a little bit in line. Like, is this the line? And see how many people will let you cut in front of them before you get to the front. Like, just start lightly banging into people's ankles and feet and whoever's sleeping on the ground. Hey. I'm just looking for the line.
That's what canes are for. I mean, canes are used for mobility purposes, definitely not for eating your way past some people.
Right.
I remember, this is off topic again, but I remember when I was in HEB, and I went in some line for the checkout, cash register thing. For those of you that don't know, HEB is a grocery store. And I went
New notification from mail.
If my screen could talk one more time. And yeah.
New notification.
One more. I dare you, screen reader. I dare you. Are you done? Okay, so I was in line. Well, I got to the line, and I asked, "Hey, is anyone in line?" And I didn't hear any. So I just went plowing on through.
Nice.
And smacked this guy in the knee. But hey, man, I asked, so he brought that completely on himself. Because I asked. Well, unless he like had headphones in or something, then maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I get that a lot too. Like, I'll ask, "Hey, is anybody sitting here?" And no one will say anything. So I'll go to sit down, and I always swipe my hand over the seat, but there's usually someone there. I'm like, "Did you not hear me? I just said, hey, anybody sitting here?"
Just backhand him.
Yeah. Yeah, I've accidentally touched some people. Not that I want to remember anymore.
Yep, just block those memories out. Yeah. I got you. I know the feeling, though. I know the feeling.
Okay, if you guys have any other questions, throw them in the chat. There's a couple here I wanted to go over. It was a while back. YouTubers Day. Excellent question. It was after that. Danny Marie said, I so enjoy finding other people who are looking for that goal. Talking about your goal from earlier, so.
Well, thank you.
Is this a new one? If you use a 56-inch cane, you are 5 feet away. Well, not really. That's only if you lay the cane on the ground in front of you. Because, you know, you got it at an angle, so it probably takes up less space. Just get yourself a 72-inch cane, and at the angle that you hold it, you'll probably be 6 feet away.
Just go plowing on forward, yeah.
You should blog or vlog that camping out in front of wherever you're going to be camping out in front of to get your PS5. That could be your first YouTube video.
You know, that's a good idea, but in case I get into a fight with someone, I don't really know how to edit. So.
Oh, I'll edit it for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, but yeah, that could be cool. I will try and do that if I remember at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, really. Forget to charge your phone.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Things you're passionate about, or But yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with this screen reader thingy. And
yeah, I'm kind of interested now.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Oh, there's a new one. Maybe. It bonked at me. There we go. He should do it. I don't know what, though. I can't remember what we were talking about. You should do something. I'm not quite sure. But. Alrighty. Any last things you want to mention or bring up? We're also going to do other shows. But anything in particular about the Weston Wright, something, the way of the light. Oh man, the race.
Yeah. Lighting the way, yeah.
Lighting the way. There we go. Yeah. Anything that the people need to know about it that you want to throw in?
Mainly just that I and everyone else there really would appreciate if you guys would register, and it's for a very good cause, the children's program. So if you guys can, I would appreciate it a lot. But if you can't, don't worry about it. There's always another year. So if you're in a financial situation, then yeah, don't worry about it.
Absolutely. And what is the children's program again?
So it's pretty much just to help children, like, with getting into contact with people and getting them their materials that they need. And I think they're gonna have some other events too that they might want me to be on, so that'll be interesting. Like, one is they wanted me to talk about how I play video games, so that'll be cool. But anyway, just to get like blind children, like, their tools and all their learning equipment, and just teach them about independence and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. That's cool. Oh, hey, there's Ability Mom of 2 Vlogs. Welcome. You just missed the whole show, Leah. What are you doing? But thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing all my links. I appreciate it. Well, Weston, that is all that I have for now, but I do appreciate you coming on tonight, and we all look forward to you coming on again in the future.
All right. Thank you guys for having me, and thank you guys for listening to me ramble on and talk. But but yeah, thank you, Whistler, for having me, and it was cool chatting with you guys.
And don't forget, everybody, all the links to everything Weston is in the top portion of the description box, including his race event and all the interviews and articles that he's been in, written, or participated in. So take a look at those. And don't forget, this has been Theory of Blind Man. Love is blind. Keep it blind.
Peace out, everybody.
That's